So welcome everyone. Oh, so welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining our self-care and service practice in the love, peace, and harmony field. And on the screen, we have some spiritual courtesies. So we thank you in advance for, abiding by these, guidelines. And just a reminder that some of the information that we share is I draw on like the psychology field, as I am a psychologist, but this does not replace any mental health or medical information. And we always ask that you continue to work with your own healthcare provider. So with that shared, let's get started on today's session. And we will be doing a new series, and hopefully you'll find that this helpful. And so let's do our usual check-in to see how we're doing. Aloha, Miley. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. So wonderful to be with you. So glad you've been here today. And so this series will be maybe the 5 weeks. We will be healing our wounds, and I'll share more about this. And these are known as wounds of the soul. And we'll do meditations in the love, peace, and harmony field to give us that support there. So wonderful. Aloha, Gregory. Thank you for joining as well, and many others on the line. And then we'll talk about some next steps to continue this healing process. Okay. So let's check in to see how we are doing today. And again, awareness is key, as we will always focus on awareness of ourselves. So I want you to just take a few moments to check in on how your thoughts, emotions, bodily symptoms or sensations, and your actions and behaviors over the last week have been. And when we look and reflect on this, we really want to do it without judgment. We just want to notice. This just gives us information as to how we are doing. And it can also then allow us to apply some strategies so we can return back in balance, to get to a deeper rest and restorative space, to heal and transform. So just notice if there's any of these areas, thoughts, emotions, bodily symptoms and sensations, or actions and behaviors that you reflected on, and how you are. Okay. Is it more on the positive, peaceful, comforting, happy side, or has it been on the other end of the spectrum, or somewhere in between? Okay. So again, just notice, and we will focus on the body. So you can also check in, where are you feeling any discomfort in your body? And as the session goes on, you can notice what may come up for you. Okay. And you can give yourself a number for these areas as well, just as a way to track how you're doing. Okay. Okay. And so today what we'll be doing is I'm going to be drawing from this book. This is Alice Bobo's book. It's called Heal Your Wounds and Find Your True Self. And I've heard about this recently from a class that I was in. And so I kind of looked further into it. So I thought that this has a framework. She has a framework that could be helpful for us as well. And we're integrating some other wisdom and research that I found that supports some of her findings or observations. So she is the founder of a Listen to Your Body, an international school dedicated to personal growth and well-being. It's recognized by the Quebec government as an educational institute and accredited by the Human Resources and Social Development Center of Canada. So it was actually, some of you may know, a leading teacher of Dr. Master Shah Lar. And so she has talked about it and maybe shared in some of her workshops. And so I thought I'd look into it. And So her Wounds of the Soul, the authors, Liz Borbos, is primarily based on her observations and holistic spiritual teachings, really working with a lot of people. However, many psychological and neuroscience studies tend to align with some of her insights of how early emotional wounds can shape personalities, behaviors, and coping mechanisms. And for those of you who are on the spiritual path and maybe believe in more than just this lifetime, some of these themes you may believe, may carry over, especially if you cannot remember having, too of an impactful childhood, but we still can be affected by these messages. So I'm going to just quickly go over just I'm not going to, just the 5 wounds, and we're going to actually only focus today on rejection. So the 5 wounds that she talks about is rejection, and it can present like a withdrawn behaviors. Second is abandonment. Third is humiliation. 5 is betrayal, and 4 is betrayal, and 6 is injustice. But today we will focus more on the first one. Okay, so allow yourself to just reflect and notice how you might respond. Even if you don't feel that this applies to you, you can just be aware, because it could surface with others, which could lead you to a further understanding of their behaviors, and we can actually apply some compassion in our interactions with them as well. So in her perspective, rejection can lead to withdrawal, self-doubt, and fear of failure. So just notice, in your life, has any of these come up for you, even a little? And these are backed up by some of the attachment theories. Bowlby was pretty popular in attachment theory in our field of psychology, which suggests that early parental rejection can lead to avoidant attachment, where individuals struggle with intimacy and self-worth. Okay, there's another rejection sensitivity, Downey and Feldman, 1996, is a cognitive affective processing disposition, supports Bobo's claim that rejection can lead to self-isolation, hypervigilance in relationships. So, there is some literature. There's more supporting research as well. In 2003, Eisenberg found social rejection et al. Activates the same regions of the brain as physical pain, which is the anterior cingulate cortex, which can validate some of the deep emotional impact of rejection. And in 1995, Baumeister and Leary argued that the sense of belonging is a fundamental human need, reinforcing the idea that rejection leads to distress and withdrawal. And in thinking about our self-care application, self-compassion and mindfulness based self-acceptance can really help us to heal from rejection wounds. So continuing to use our field with this unconditional love, peace, and harmony can really help us to change the messages. Okay. So what is the wound of rejection? How could it present itself? So it could be a deep wound for some of us, and that can make us feel unworthy, unseen, or not enough. Okay. And this wound, as we mentioned, could begin in early childhood or throughout life, or even if you believe in previous lifetimes, it could be there. Okay. And when we experience being ignored, dismissed, or feeling like we don't belong over time, it can really lead us to withdraw or avoid connection. Okay. And how this can affect our self-care again is that when we carry this wound, we may neglect our needs. We might struggle with receiving love because we feel undeserving, even from ourselves. So we never really contemplated the idea or concept of self-love, or we've actually pushed it away, right? We've rejected it, actually. So instead of caring for our bodies, minds, and hearts, we might push ourselves away as we once felt pushed away. So how we can go about this healing and transformation of this is we really want to move to a more accepting self-worth, embracing this unconditional love for ourselves and others, and feeling this oneness with all. So we want to emphasize, if you do recognize yourself as having a wound, not to label or make it feel like it's permanent, like, oh, I have this wound, and act upon that, like, okay, so I'm going to withdraw and justify yourself for continuing the withdrawing or avoiding connection behavior, because that might not be for our highest self and self-care. We want to just identify that, oh, we might have this, and then we can apply the healing application, which we will practice one today, to help to transform this. And we will do it in our love, peace, and harmony field. And as we've shared before, for those of you who have joined this series, these classes, the Love, Peace, Harmony field, this is from the Love, Peace, and Harmony Foundation. We believe that everything has its own vibrational field. And each of our vibrational fields are connected in the quantum field of the collective, which is a series of vibrations, energy. And when we align our vibrations of love, peace, and harmony, we can not only uplift our lives, but we can support the uplifting of the world. So we can really help our self-care and service. This is our self-care and service. But if we are aligning with these wounds of rejection, which we sometimes may not know it's there, we could align with these frequencies, and which could not serve us. And we may act then from our subconscious messages there that could be leading to behaviors that are not in our, again, as we said, in our best interest and helpful for us and our relationships. So let's do our meditation today. And so I want you to relax and connect. And for those of you who have been here before and created your safe space, let us do that again. This again helps our body go to a more rest and restorative space that we can then further align with these positive messages. So let me see. Okay. So Gregory has a question. I have a student who's quite feeling sorry for herself quite often. How do I help this student? Well, one of the things is, like, what we will practice today is really help to allow us to get to a place of acceptance, and compassion can really help. So let's practice this exercise today and see if something like this could be helpful for her as well, Gregory. So thank you for sharing, and thank you for your service of wanting to help others around you. So first of all, let us get into a safe space, right? So imagine that you are in a place, and you can imagine an environment, whether indoor or outdoor. For us here, we have these beautiful calligraphies carrying this powerful and positive message of love, peace, and harmony. And imagine that it is all around you, and it's radiating this beautiful light and message that allows your body to feel safe, to feel protected, to feel unconditionally loved, protected, and supported. And just allow yourself to imagine this love and light, feeling your body relax. You want to feel your body relax. Again, those of you who are for a stress portion, we really want to get ourselves to that rest and restorative space. And connect. We're going to connect with the messages of love, peace, and harmony. We are drawing upon the 4 pillars of wellness with the Center of Healthy Minds, University of Wisconsin, from Richard Davidson, the researcher, neuroscientist. And feel, be aware. Awareness is key. How in your body, where you may sense of, have any sense of rejection. So ask your body to kind of show you and let you know where you might be holding any messages. And see if there's any memories come up for you. And as you remember that sense, notice where it might be, you might be holding it in your body. Okay? And just allow yourself to notice in your body, if you're feeling it in your body, notice the color, the shape, the size of where you're feeling the blockage. And again, there's no judgment, there's no attachment. We're just going to bring this awareness, this sense of compassion and connection there, and bring the sense of acceptance that no matter what has happened to us and what messages that you have received, let us bring this sense of self-acceptance and self-love, unconditional love. And allow yourself to really feel this unconditional love. You are loved, protected, and supported. Feel that you're being so loved unconditionally. Just as if for those of you who may have children, grandchildren, niece, nephews, or loved ones that you just love and adore. Think of them as like little children that you love and adore, and you just feel this love for them, and you just adore them. Oh, they're so cute. They're so adorable. You just love them, want to hug and, you know, hug them and make them feel safe, make them feel valued, make them feel accepted. Allow yourself to bring in those types of emotion to yourself. And let the love, peace, and harmony field support you as it is just comforting, surrounding you with this message of unconditional love that allows you to feel peaceful and harmonious within your own soul, heart, mind, and body. And we are rewiring our brain to know that we are loved, protected, and supported. We are able to accept ourselves, love and adore ourselves, and feel love, peace, and harmony. I'm going to inhale this light of love, peace, and harmony from the field. Exhale, let go of the tension. Let go of that message of rejection you may be holding in. And bringing in this message of pure love, acceptance, and transformation. Okay. Again, notice where in your body that you're holding any sense of messages of the rejection. And again, we can honor and respect it. We're not judging it. We're going to just compassionately connect and let that part of yourself know that it is being unconditionally loved, protected, and supported. We're bringing in that messages of love, peace, and harmony. We're going to feel your heart opening as its neural pathways of compassion begin to shift. You're creating new positive connections in your brain and your heart, connections that promote self-acceptance, healing, and transformation. So allow yourself to embrace an image of your younger self. So you can imagine yourself as a child and imagine this beautiful golden rainbow light from this love, peace, and harmony field enveloping you, yourself, your younger self, And it's just melting away any messages or pain of rejection, allowing this light and message to soothe and comfort you. Feel this light, beautiful golden or rainbow light coming in from 360 degrees. Again, filling you with this frequency of unconditional love. Knowing that this practice helps you activate your parasympathetic nervous system, helps to reduce these messages of stress or rejection, fostering emotional well-being. Feel yourself getting stronger as you accept and release any messages you do not need. Again, feel this message of greatest love, peace, and harmony. Feel your body feeling it. Allow yourself to replace any wound messages with these messages of self-acceptance, self-love, self-worth. Feel those messages. Notice the color, the feel of the messages of great self-love, self-acceptance, self-worth. Notice that these are getting stronger and stronger within you. Good. Now take a deep breath in, filling your body with this energy of love, peace, and harmony. And notice if there's any insights you receive to the deeper truth of who you truly are, your highest self. And feel this light of love, peace, and harmony help to connect you with this renewed sense of purpose, of what your purpose of life is in your service to yourself, to others. Feel that support. See if you are able to feel this renewed and higher sense of purpose, for you are unconditionally loved, protected, supported. You are unconditionally accepted. You know and feel your self-worth growing stronger and stronger, connecting you with your higher purpose. So again, feel this love and light radiating to your heart, and feel your heart radiating this beautiful light and message of love, peace, and harmony. Know that this message is always available to you, that you can always come back to connect with this infinite field of love, peace, and harmony, guiding you to your highest true self that is ultimately and unconditionally loved, protected, supported. It is accepted unconditionally, allowing you to have higher and stronger feelings of self-worth, self-acceptance. And you can slowly bring yourself back, your awareness back to your space, your safe space. Again, knowing that you are safe, you are loved, protected, and supported. Know that you carry this positive message within you, and know that you can share this positive message with others. And you can Allow yourself to rub your hands, bring in this light of love, peace, and harmony. Slowly tap or massage yourself. Again, through your hands, bringing that positive light and message to your body. Bringing your body, love, peace, and harmony. You are loved, accepted, worthy, supported. And again, when you're ready, opening up your eyes, you're going to thank the love, peace, and harmony field. We thank all of you here today who has really participated in this activity, allowing you to heal whatever you need, the wounds, so you can later be of greater service. So I'm going to just, let's see, we have some chat messages. So let's check them out. Okay, so Gregory has a lot of different questions about self-pity. So yes, so one of the things is, yeah, you have a idea of self-pity and that it might not be the most helpful evolution of self-love. But one of the things that I've learned in my working with a lot of people is when we go from this space of compassion rather than judgment, not that you're judging, I know you're concerning, but it could feel to others like they have this sense that we are judging them. So when people do have this self-pity, usually they need more of that support. And from that support of compassion and acceptance, they can then grow. That's just my own personal view, and maybe others have to share because they are needing probably to be heard. So because maybe others are not showing that love, compassion, care in the way that they want, they're needing to continue that message to try to get others to pity them. And so I know the counter would be like, we don't pity them, and we don't pity them, but we can support them to allow them to know their highest self. Just like in this meditation, we are wanting to move you to your highest self. So, and we can maybe, a lot of times when we do the work ourselves, we get the opportunity to then know what are the things that come up that stop us. And for us, for some of us too, it could be a self-pity message. So this is a wonderful, thank you for sharing that with us, Gregory. And, it's a wonderful opportunity. Other people can share. So as we continue our wellness journey, I wanted to share that you can continue to do this work. If you are having really wounds, again, go to your medical or healthcare professional, and we can continue to work on our self-care and service goals regularly and consistently. One, we can follow up on the resources on the topic. So for some of you, if this resonates with you, you can go ahead, look into the book. I've heard her speak on YouTube, interviews, podcasts, so you can know more about her ideas, her principles, how she helps support people on their wellness and personal growth. You could also journal, and in our self-care sessions, that might be really helpful for you to bring a notebook so you can journal some of your insights that you have, because we usually like to follow the pillars of wellness, of well-being, where we have this awareness, connection, insight, and purpose. We reinforce those principles. And so journaling can help you really with the insight so you can transform. What we're really trying to do is make some of the unconscious or subconscious messages we carry more conscious so we can actually do something about it, and we are not led by these messages that allow us to move in non-helpful ways. So Gregory mentioned a friend that has maybe that presents with self-pitying messages that might not be very healthy for her, because she may go into that victim type of mode, and that may not be helpful. So as they learn their own and increase their own self-awareness, they can recognize these messages and then do something to transform them. So, a lot of times letting them go to a compassionate healthcare provider and mental health provider could be very helpful. So the journal entry could be like, how has your fear of rejection shaped you, shaped your life? You might notice some correlations from the past, and knowing that you can then change that, um, and you can then focus on how you can embrace your worth, right? So if you're avoiding things because you fear the rejection, how can you shift it? Because some things, may not be helpful for you to avoid. Okay. And you want to work. Um, some people like affirmations, some people may not feel as comfortable, but you want to get to the point that you truly believe that you are so deeply loved and accepted just as you are. Okay. So, and let your body feel that. So your mind may know that this is a great topic, or some of you may even be rejecting it. That would be very interesting, right? So if we also carry rejecting messages, we may reject a lot of things. People want to help you, we reject them. Or we have these principles and it's like, I don't believe it. You might be rejecting them. Why? That might be a good thing to explore because we're not open. We're rejecting some of the self help, self care strategies. So this can be a very interesting opportunity to know yourself better. And again, we don't have to judge it. We just have to notice it and then move forward in that healing process. So this is our goal, to really feel deeply loved and accepted just as you are. And others, for your wellness journey, you can continue to practice with the love, peace, and harmony field. We believe it really carries this higher frequencies, vibrations of love, peace, and harmony that can help you in your transformation process. My mother has more practices, usually the first 3 Mondays of each month. This month, because we have more uh, Mondays, will be the first 4 Mondays she will have practices. You can register at our Satori Family Wellness Center website. We also have some past sessions on our YouTube channel that you can check out. We also have on Thursdays free wellness evenings with Tao Calligraphy. We are in a calligraphy field that has, a step up from these love, peace, harmony calligraphies, or has another purpose. They're all very powerful, but these carry more healing and transformative messages for health and other areas too. It's on Thursdays, 7 to 8 Hawaii time. You can register again at our website. And if you need more personalized support to get you started, you're not sure what are your next steps, please let us know. And we offer this complimentary 15-minute sessions to help get you started. And as I mentioned before, this is not to replace any kind of health or mental health information. Even though I am a psychologist, I am not working in that capacity. We really want you to, seek out that support you need. And especially if this session triggered some things for you and you're feeling more of that support is needed, really allow yourself to, seek out your healthcare providers. And to continue your service journey, some of you may really have felt that sense of purpose and wanting to continue your service journey. This is a QR code to the Love, Peace, and Harmony music. We did not get a chance to play it today, but in my mother's sessions on Mondays, usually you will be able to hear that. You can share this beautiful song. It can also lead you to a link to donate to charitable works or groups around the world that resonates with your values and purpose and that are meaningful for you. So thank you for those of you who have used that and have sharing this QR code or that website. And again, just a reminder that self-care is service. So we want to increase our self-care to increase the quality of our service. And we want to really thank all of you for still being here with me today. I know we went a little longer. And Miley wrote that, thank you for this beautiful teaching. I'm always aware these days that some of the most embedded subconscious messages and patterns surface in more subtle ways. Yes, or will come to the surface all at once in the form of an intense emotion to be seen and released consciously, but only when we are ready. Otherwise, they take the form of physical, mental, emotional symptoms. Yes, Rejection has been a big one for me to heal in this life. It is deeply connected to everything from abandonment, lack of self worth, resentment, grief, etc. However, I am also returning to self much faster the more I engage in spiritual healing practices. Thank you kindly for your immense service to humanity. Aloha, big love, Miley. So thank you, Miley, for your sharing. And yes, actually, I think next week will be the abandonment section. So please join us then and invite others that you feel may uh, be interested in these topics. And again, we're just taking in the essence and allowing ourselves to be in the love, peace, and harmony field. And if you are feeling, a lot of things come up for you, please, we can try to support you and give you some resources for more support as well, because this could trigger some other emotions as well for you. And thank you also, Gregory, for sharing your, um, that you would love to serve your friends and to kind of move forward with that. So we wish you all the best to you and your friend. And thank you to Brittany, who has also shared that the code and the links for registration for my um, the Love Peace Harmony that my mother does, Annette, and our free wellness evening. So it is on our Zoom chat. So those of you who are on the Zoom chat, you can, you know, uh, copy those, and I think you have the ability to save the chat messages. So thank you again, and I would want to thank you all those of you on Facebook. Uh, Thank you for joining us. And I want to say my goodbyes to all of you here. Let me stop the recording.